Hello and welcome back to Relaxing Woodshop. Of course, my name is David. See, this is a bit of a mess, one of those big projects. So this is part 2 of the roof pergola, roof gazebo, whatever you want to call it. Now, we've been having a lot of fun with this, and of course those live edges we're about to start cutting on. But I want to go through all the process that we've been up to this point. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, now, I apologise for my attire because it's just so much mud, so much rain. We're really destroyed here at the moment, so we are. Now, everything's up and everything's plumb, but as I always said, I'll show you the warts and all. I had to raise this one up roughly about 2 to 2.5 centimetres. For whatever reason, you got it wrong. This one was out 2.5 centimetres. So if you move in, all I literally done is put the tiniest wee bit of stone down and then set the post underneath it, which then from there plumbed up the whole top of it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put a concrete mix in just to make sure we get that settled in, and then do the concrete pour for the rest. Folks, don't forget throughout all this, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It means so much to this tiny channel. I hate having to repeat myself, but it really does mean so much. We're just trying so hard to get to 600. On that point, I want to do a big thank you to a couple of companies that have been supporting the show, and of course somebody that we should be subscribing to because he's so close to 1,000. So Rhino Works, if you haven't seen him, subscribe. Buyers Woodworking, thank you so much for all your comments and support as we've been doing this. And McMath Woodworks as well. These guys are coming on and giving me wee things and just saying thank you and looking forward to the next show. So it means so much, guys. So let's get back to the video. Okay, now that all that hard, messy, disgusting work that woodworkers don't really like that much is done, we're back into it. As you can see, we're all squared up. You see where we're off that just a centimetre or two on that side, and that was the only thing that was off. So now we're done. Had to check my full length or span, and it was 10 foot and 1 centimetre. So I was out by a centimetre over 10 foot, so I'm very happy with that for me. So what we need to do is get the centre of this. So we are running at 5 foot 5 millimeters. So that is the center post. So what I want to do now is get our rise. So I want to put 3 foot total rise in this. So we'll get a 3 foot beam up. I want to do a 2-inch insert for the center beam, the main structure beam that runs across. I want it to fall 2 inches into that support beam. So we'll do a couple of wee measurements and then let's get cutting. Okay folks, so yes, so our total beam height has to be the height of it, 3 foot, but then I want to go 2 inches in, but don't forget we also have a 14.5 centimetre width board, so we need to go down that, so that'll be 82, so we need to do 82, so we'll do across here for our total length of that board, and then we'll start putting together some good old-fashioned carpentry. Okay folks, so for now, for us to have that long beam slot in, the spine of the roof, the rafter, it is, as we know, 4.5 centimeters thick, okay? So we need to cut out a 4.5 centimeter slot here at 2 inches deep. So as you see, we measured down 2 inches, put a line across. Then we measured the center of this board, which is 14.5 centimeters. So that's 7.25 to the center. From 7.25, we then measured out 2.25 on each side. So that'll give us a cut line. So if I go on to now the bandsaw, bring it across 2.25, cut it in one way, flip it over, cut it in the other, and that should give us then our line. But then we'll go back in the bandsaw and do a load of wee thin cuts so it'll make it easy to chisel out. Got me? Got me. Morty, have enough? Morty? Let's go. So folks, that is the center support on. What we're going to do now is cut a beam that is 10 foot 10 inches. I want a 5-inch overhang at the top beam. Reason being, we've done a stress test on our live edge wood, and it was actually, before it was getting any sort of bend in it, I was around about the 9-inch mark. So obviously with the weight, winter, rain, everything else, we'll come back a few more inches, but we're happy enough to go 5 inches over. So let's get the beam put on. I'll not bore you cutting the beam, but I'm sure you'll want to enjoy watching me put it up. Right, the other side. Not tall enough. And that's how we do that. Okay folks, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put our 45-degree truss beams or support beams to stop it from wiggling left and right, side to side, etc, etc. We need to put them all the way around. So I have already put a couple up in between the bad weather, but I want to show you how to do. So I did the thinner ones for the thinner beams, and I'm going to use the thick beams for the thick beams, so that all the wood's matching. And I wanted them all level on the thick side, and I wanted them all level on the thin side, if that makes sense. I'll walk you around it once I'm finished to let you see what I mean. Now, the length of this is 159.5, which means that is 79 point something. I'll get a calculator probably and work that out. So let's work that out, then we'll cut to center and get cutting. Okay folks, so now that we've done that, all we need to do is a 45-degree there, move it to the other side, 45-degree there, and then copy that on the other board, and then we'll get in the railway bolts, nice big 4-inch railway bolts right the way through. When you only have one pair of hands and another person's filming, it can be very hard to get these in place. So I've worked out a way from the other ones, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this is how I worked it out. Everybody might be different. So hold the post up into your position. Beautiful. Okay. So then from there, get clamp one. Bring it in. We'll squeeze that onto there, and then we'll bring this one. Squeeze that onto there. Now that'll give me room then to get a drill through there, and then we'll pile it in the railway bolts. So, one done, let's do the other. Okay folks, as you can see, one side is done. Now you're probably going to say, why on earth did you not show us? Don't worry, we're going to do the other side together, and we'll go through how we did these beautiful angles. As you can see, nice and flush. And all, I wanted to do pocket screws in a lot of this to hide all the screws from visible eye, because I just like the fact, other than the bolts, I just like the fact that it's all looks like it's just been put in rather than actually forced in. So we'll go through the posts on each side and then the angle down, so I'll show you all how it works. pouring down again. Let's try and get this in before we get cut out. Oh yes, looking good. So now what we're going to do, don't go anywhere. Okay guys, really against the weather here, so let's put the drill bit in and drill through. That's one bit done. And then we're going to get this big bad boy in here. A bit of pressure in the chest. Okay folks, now that's in, we're gonna get these in. One, and then we'll do the other. See how the measurements turned out. Again, just pocket holes all through the back here. Right, let's get that in. It's starting to pour down again. Cameraman wants to go in out of the rain, I can say that's done. Well folks, there we have it for another week at the Relaxing Wood Shop. I hope you enjoyed that one. So, all we have left to do is the support beams will go across, then the whole live edge of the roof, and then we're going to put a beautiful stain across it. I don't want any paint, just a nice stain that's going to really pop all that green. So, until then, we'll look forward to seeing you next time on the Relaxing Wood Shop.